Third Temple update. Something incredible happened in the Temple Mount. Is it true that Jews want to have the third temple by the end of 2026? Some say it's only a matter of time. Once Israel finish with the West Bank, the next move will be the Temple Mount. But is that really the plan or just speculations? Just recently, we have seen many Jews coming to the Temple Mount as it opened in early April 2026 after 40 days of closure. Many see this growing presence as a sign that the dream of the third temple is drawing closer, with rising numbers of worshippers fueling hopes that the times of rebuilding may soon arrive. The Hebrew Bible speaks of a future temples connected to the Messianic age. Some rabbis explain that when the Jewish nation unites in longing for the temple, this collective will can hasten redemption. In 2025, during Tisha B'Av, the Jewish days of mourning for the destruction of the first and second temple, the Temple Institute declared it's time to build, and circulated images of a rebuilt temple to inspire support. Their efforts are not in vain. They have even practiced the ancient rituals of burning a red heifer, with some calling it a real ceremony, as part of preparation for the long-awaited Third Temple. By 2026, speculation had grown louder. Religious media outlets and activist groups began suggesting that construction could soon begin, pointing to the surge of Jewish worshippers descending to the Temple Mount and interpreting it as a sign that the prophetic moment was drawing near. This is not just speculation. We can see the Israeli government show huge support for the construction of the Third Temple. Recent visit by Ben-Gvir, Israel far-right national security minister, to the Temple Mount was joined by Rabbi Elisha Wolfson, head of the Temple Mount Yeshiva. The presence of religious leaders underscore the symbolic nature of the visit, signaling not just political authority but also religious endorsement for expanded Jewish access. We all know that Jews are not officially permitted to pray in front of the domes of the rock, but recent tension and ceasefire agreement have led to unusual scenes where Jewish worshippers have been seen near the Temple Mount area, sometimes walking, singing, dancing, and standing close to the shrine. Many Muslims around the world got angry because Ben-Gvir declared that he felt like the owner or master of the site, talking in front of the domes of the rock. He fought to press Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to expand Jewish access and worship right at the compound.
אתה מרגיש כמו בעל הבית, כמו בעל הבית כאן, שיש עוד מה לעשות, יש עוד מה לשפר, אני לא מפסיק גם לחפור לראש הממשלה, וגם להוביל ולעשות עוד ועוד 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 דברים.
National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir has often framed his push for expanded Jewish access to the Temple Mount in terms of equality. He has said if Muslims can pray there, then Jews can pray there too. This statement reflects his broader argument that Jewish worship should be permitted openly at the site, not just visit under restriction. For supporters, his words are seen as a call to normalize Jewish prayer on the Temple Mount, aligning with growing numbers of Jewish visitors and activist groups who view this as a step toward the long-awaited Third Temple. Netanyahu's absence from the Temple Mount is deliberate and strategic. He knows that his presence would be interpreted as an Israeli government endorsement of Jewish sovereignty over the site, which could ignite violence across Jerusalem and the wider Middle East. Just take a look when Ariel Sharon went to the Temple Mount in Jerusalem on September 28, 2000. While he was the opposition leader, he came with many police officers to show that Jews had the right to visit the site. The next day, protests broke out at Al-Aqsa Mosque, and clash quickly spread across the West Bank and Gaza. This violence grew into the Second Intifada, a 5-year uprising that caused thousands of deaths. That is why Benjamin Netanyahu has never visited the Temple Mount. His strategy has been to stay away physically while handling the political and diplomatic consequences. But last year, during Jerusalem Day, Benjamin Netanyahu was seen in an underground tunnel at the city of David beneath the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. That video has sparked widespread outrage, as it was seen as a highly provocative move tied to Jerusalem Day celebration. His video from inside the tunnel emphasized Israel's claim over Jerusalem, further inflaming tension. The tunnel is part of the City of David archaeological project, stretching from the Palestinian neighborhood of Silwan to directly beneath the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. In that video, Netanyahu declared, "Jerusalem will remain the eternal capital of Israel," and called for international recognition and relocations of foreign embassies to the city. Netanyahu's tunnel appearance was not just symbolic, it was a political statement reinforcing Israel's claim over Jerusalem while simultaneously provoking regional anger. If you ask me why in 2026 we still don't see crane or scaffolding on the Temple Mount, the answer is not that construction has stopped. It is that the building is happening on a different plane. The third temple is progressing as a spiritual entity, not yet as a physical structure. It is rising quietly and visibly in prayer, in rituals, in yearning. The scaffolding is spiritual. The blueprint is prophecy, and when the peoples are ready, the physical walls will follow. What do you think? Leave in the comment.